Hej, mówię Angelus, witam na kanale pasjonatów gamingu. Wracamy do Hogwarts Legacy i kontynuujemy przygodę. Tym razem musimy się udać na lekcję obrony przed czarną magią. No ja bym chciał pewnie wcześniej zwiedzić, albo przynajmniej zobaczyć parę ciekawych rzeczy. Nie powiem, pomysłowe. Z ludźmi niestety nie można rozmawiać. Chociaż tutaj jest ktoś, z kim można.
Hello, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Ciekawe o co może jej chodzić. Może
Have
nam
you
coś
gained
powie
any insights
więcej.
about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind, but I'm not sure what to do next.
Lumos? Ciekawe, czy jest
Are there
więcej
any
takich
other empty paintings like this around the
obrazów.
school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest.
No to akurat
If I can
jest
work out the riddle of this one,
ekscytujące.
I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Właśnie nie mogę się doczekać, kiedy te wszystkie zagadki rozwiążę.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be
Zaraz
intriguing.
zobaczę, o co chodzi.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
No to ponad.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Gdzie to może być? No na razie za dużo tutaj nie wiem. Blisko jakiejś rzeźby. Hej, tam wchodzisz w widok. Może gdzieś na dole.
Why would Black want to be headmaster? Of course, I'm not sure what job he'd actually be good at. Perhaps something else about.
I spend the entire day
Dobra.
in Hogwarts.
Już nie będę czarował. Bo się przestraszą. No, tu kolejna zagadka otwarcia. Bardzo fajnie. Przypominają mi się troszeczkę zagadki w
This
Skyrimie.
looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Tutaj jest. Znalazłem jednak.
Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
I teraz proszę mnie, żebym zaprowadził Cię do ramy z powrotem i co się ukaże? No i dawaj.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Chyba mam do zebrania trochę expa. Strona przewodnika Hogwartu. No jeszcze porozmawiam z Leonorą. No gdzieś... A, tam na górę poszła. Dobra. No, znalazłem ćmę.
I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
Dobra, będę miły.
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out.
No, udało się.
The moth! I should have seen that!
Misja ukończona. Pięknie. Czyli misję poboczną dostałem poziom. Zaraz zobaczę, z czym to się wiąże. No, mogę nawet zmieniać rzeczy. Akcesoria mogę sobie dodawać. Ekwipunek. No, zobaczmy misję. Główne zadania, relacje, poboczne i ukończone. Jakieś ma do ramy, dostałem coś z wyglądu. Czyli powinienem sobie założyć pelerynę. Mam pelerynę? Nie wiem. No, mam. Ciemny kaszkiet. Nie, jakiś czapek nie będę zakładał. Coś na szyję. No, nawet fajne. Okulary sobie zostawię. Tu mam tylko to. I tu mam też tylko to. Na razie nie ma tutaj za dużo. Tutaj są jeszcze zajęcia zagrać, ale później. Tutaj wracam do mapy. Mam wyzwanie. O, tu są. Jest. Czyli tu dostałem 1 na 3 okulary mola. Bardzo fajne. I strony przewodnika też dają jakieś bonusy. O, mogę sobie odbierać. Okulary Hogwartu. I do rękawic mi jeszcze trochę brakuje. Ale fajnie to jest rozwiązane, bardzo mi się podoba. Teraz może pójdę jednak na te zajęcia. Troszeczkę jeszcze nie ogarniam, co tutaj się dzieje. O, to się przyda użyć. Dobra, mam kolejne miejsce, w którym mogę się teleportować. Proszkiem Fiu. No wiem, co tu jeszcze miałem zrobić. Przypomniało mi się. Z tym panem pogadać. No i on już coś...
Revelio.
I zbieram stronę. Posąg Grzegorza Przymilnego. Bardzo miły ten posąg. No widzicie. Przydatna rzecz. Latająca strona. Ciekawe, czy mogę ją złapać. Możemy zastrzelać. Nie ma kar za strzelanie po szkole. Nieźle. Złapię mapkę. Muszę się tutaj dostać. Wydaje. Na zajęcia chyba pójdę. Zajęcia obrony przed czarną magią. I zaczniemy śledzić. Drzwi się same otwierają. O, jesteśmy na zewnątrz. Jejku, jak to szczegółowo. Niesamowite. Zamek. O, i kolejne miejsce. Teleporta. Kociak. O, można się z nim pobawić. Dobra, lecę na... O, kolejne miejsce. Na górę. Dobra. To pobiegnę wręcz. Ktoś zajada i się ukrywa. Ciekawe, czy te rzeźby też będzie można naprawiać. Pewnie tak później. Dobra, gra mi się zapisała. To wejdę od razu tutaj. Duch i rytek. Kolejna ciotka.
My exams. Shush. Not a one of them deserves more than a T. Awful when they ask you a question. Faces.
Śmieszna skrzynia. Szkoła jest ogromna.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Kolejna. Dobra. No to kieruje się do sali. Czas na misję.
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
No,
Levioso.
kolejne
A
zaklęcie.
levitation charm.
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
To czas na naukę. O, coraz lepiej mi idzie. Oj,
Levioso.
piórko już umiem podnosić, bardzo fajnie.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast.
Próbuję rzucić podstawowe zaklęcie.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember,
Dobra.
a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Now, well done.
Szybciej zrobiłem niż nawet powiedziała.
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelist, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
No, pojedynek to muszę wygrać. No.
Leviosa. Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. Must be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Do you enjoy a lively duel? Don't all my students with this event.
On spadł, no. I koniec. Myślałem, że go dobije, ale widzę, że nie trzeba.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things
Ciekawe, ile
from you.
punktów.
I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
No, to udało się.
All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Jeszcze możemy z paroma osobami pogadać. Z przyjemnością to zobaczę.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore. I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Już więcej nam nie powiedzą.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Super, tu jest kolega. Sebastian. To nie wejdę. Tutaj z panią profesor się nie da pogadać.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
No, trafiłeś na dobre zajęcia.
Nice work.
No, pogadam jeszcze z Sebastianem.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way, didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Jakby to powiedzieć, to chyba pierwszy pojedynek kolegi.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be quiet if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
No, bardzo fajnie.
Exclusive
Zaciekawie mnie.
and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Czyli to
I'll
taki
keep that in
trochę
mind.
klub
Good.
skradonkowy.
Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
To kolega z nami pogadał. Zajęcia. Myślę, że już się skończyły, więc pójdę sobie. O, to oko cyklonu. Obrona przed czarną
How
magią
nice
mi
to see
wyszła.
you, my young friend.
No, jakiś duch.
We were merely musing on the state of affairs. I don't even find her interesting. She's a bore, a
No,
dreadful
fajny
bore.
obraz.
Madam Scribner doesn't tolerate any nonsense, so I find the line
Fajnie popsujemy muzykę. O. Revelio.
Revelio.
Tu mamy szkielet, lelka, grzybnika. To brzmi strasznie. Nic nie zaśpiewa, biedak.
I certainly make sure I stay abreast
Co,
of
musimy
my...
wyżej wejść. Ciekawe, czy tutaj też?
Revelio.
Coś mi się pokazało, czy mam wrażenie? A, jest.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Wieża obrony przed czarną magią.
Talk about this?
Tutaj kolejna zagadka, bardzo fajna.
Lumos.
Lumos, tak. Gdzieś jest okno. Ciekawe, gdzie to może być. Dwie kolumny. Może gdzieś na dole. Tu już i tak nic nie ma więcej. O, jakiś ładny most. Zaraz zobaczę, gdzie to jest. I szukam motylka. Kolejny kociak. Szkoda, że nie ma za to punktu doświadczenia w skanie kota. Dobra. Tutaj byłem. Gdzieś te kolumny muszą być. Wydawało mi się, że wtedy były blisko. I wielkie okno gdzieś tutaj mi zostanie.
Revelio.
Revelio coś pokazało? Nie. Magiczny zegar. No nieźle.
Revelio.
Na razie chyba nie mogę otwierać takich skrzyń. Jak nie na dół, to na górę. Jakoś trzeba się wyżej dostać. Ciekawe jak. A, nie są sobie. Tu jest jakiś ładny obraz. Raz. Klasa.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Tu był gdzieś motylek, tak? Jest. No, trafiłem.
Lumos.
Lumos i wracamy z motylkiem. Już wiem, że trochę się będzie trzeba nabiegać, ale to jest bardzo ciekawe i satysfakcjonujące. Tutaj jest super. Mam kolejny expik. Brawo, 3. poziom, bardzo szybko. Na górę, na górę. Chyba jeszcze wyżej.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Czyli tam jest
We sometimes have to remind him to
klasa.
finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to
Professor
get back to the
Weasley is
lesson.
easily my favourite.
Revelio.
Her work is exquisite.
Szukam tych ekspert.
Configuration requires
Przydają się. Dobra. No.
set the table and hopped away.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom.
Szybko
Now
lekcja,
let's put
wszystkich
those
zaklęć po
textbooks to
kolei.
use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
No. Prosta minigierka. Chodźcie.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
No i wyrzuciło mnie od razu na spacer.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Zaraz poćwiczę.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Accio, think of this like... Very good!
Ho. Idealnie. Accio.
Excellent control there.
O, mały włos, ale jest okej. I ostatni.
That's it!
Prawie idealnie.
Very good.
Wyczucie mam.
Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport
Szkoda, że
in
nie
playing
możemy
without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
No
Yes, sir.
kurczę.
Be sharp. There we go.
Chyba chcę mnie zawstydzić.
Splendid!
Let us begin.
Dorównałem. Ho.
That is how it's done.
Dobra, kolejna.
Nicely done. Watch this.
Dobra jest. Wyzwanie całkiem trudne. Ale udało mi się.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
Niesamowicie.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go!
Dobra. Chodź, chodź, chodź. O.
Excellent control there.
Let us see this. There we go. Quite impressive.
Aby się udało przesunąć.
Watch this.
Wyprzedza mnie. Dobra, to. Trzeba wygrać.
Very good.
No trochę tych jest jeden.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Brawo, brawo, udało się. Za pierwszym razem.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
No,
Good game back
szybka
there.
misja.
I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
No,
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
No to udało się nam poznać kolejną osobę. No dobra, zobaczymy jeszcze, co profesor ma do powiedzenia.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Żelazna dziewica w tle, nieźle. Ciekawe co robi. Z nią sobie. Expik dodane. Jeszcze tylko zapiszę. No i misja ukończona. Więc my dzisiaj na tym też zakończymy i do usłyszenia w następnym materiale. Trzymajcie się.